What's up everybody, I'm Seth Fowler and today I'm opening up a bunch of sneaker packages from Farfetch. A lot of these shoes, in fact all of the shoes I'm excited about. I don't know why I said that. All of the shoes I'm really into and I can't wait to open up. But before we get into that, I want to give a huge thank you to today's sponsor, obviously Farfetch. Farfetch has by far, you see what I did there, one of the best selections of designer and high quality goods out there. And the reason for that is that when you shop Farfetch, you're shopping items from hundreds of boutiques in 50 different countries. So literally, no matter what you're looking for, you can find it in Farfetch, and their shipping is also insanely fast. In fact, I ordered these the day after the live stream, so last Friday, and it's now, Wednesday when I'm filming this video, and I got all this stuff like 2 days ago. So it came in literally over the weekend. That's crazy. But for me, a sneaker reviewer, the reason that I use Farfetch so much is because they have such an awesome sneaker selection. And that's because they're actually partnered up with Stadium Goods, so they have the entire stock of Stadium Goods on their website. So all the hyped up sneakers that you buy through Farfetch are guaranteed to be authentic because they go through Stadium Goods' authentication process. But a great reason to shop through Farfetch in particular is because Farfetch actually offers 14-day hassle-free returns on everything, including sneakers from Stadium Goods. So if you buy something and you don't love it, you can return it within 14 days with no questions asked, and they'll actually have a courier come and pick it up from you, which is absolutely insane. So I definitely suggest checking out Farfetch for yourself, and if you use my code SETH10FF, you get 10% off your first purchase. So make sure to check out the links in the description below and use my code SETH10FF for 10% off. Okay, so why don't we just jump right into this. I honestly, I don't remember exactly everything that I ordered. I know generally everything that we were looking at together on the live stream. I know there was a pair of Kobe's, there were some Dunks, there were some Jordans. I think there were some Jordan 4s. I'm pretty confident I know what 2 of them are, but I don't remember exactly what the third one is. So this is a surprise for you guys and a surprise for me. So why don't we start with the bigger package, because I think there's 2 pairs of sneakers in that package, and let's just find out what we've got. Okay, so here is the first package. It's taped up pretty nice. There is a little pull tab right here, so let's see if I can do this. I'm not great with pull tabs. I don't know if you guys have seen any of my other unboxings, but pull tabs always don't work for me, so yeah, that's what I thought. Let me know in the comment section down below, and don't cheat, what you think these packages are. I do have to say though, the Stadium Goods and Farfetch always do a great job packaging their packages, because it's always really difficult to get into them. Which again, is a good thing. It's better than Nike sending out packages with like their Nike Steal Me tape on it, so not mad at that. Let's pop the top on this and see what boxes we have. Ooh, okay, this is way more exciting than I thought it was gonna be. Okay, so let's put this big box down here and start with the first package in the big box. So the first package is a pair of Jordan 4s, and I'm sure by now you can tell exactly what pair of Jordan 4s this is. So on the top of the box, you've got the PSG logo with the Jumpman in the middle. You've got this beautiful maroon color. It actually seems to be a little bit more purple than I was thinking, but not mad at it. It's also this nice satin finish, which feels great. And then you've got the Stadium Goods sticker right there, so you know this came from Stadium Goods. And then also the size tag. This is a size 9. It's an Air Jordan 4 Retro PSG, and it retailed for $225. Was what it cost when it first came out. So let's pop the top on this guy, see how it looks in person. I really wanted this pair, but I missed out on release day, so I'm really stoked to be able to finally have it. So the inside of the box actually has grass on it, because PSG is a Parisian football team. So that's pretty cool that they did that. So they've got the turf on there. Is it turf in football? I'm not sure. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I only really know American football, so it is what it is, but here we go, the first look. These are straight fire. One of the best looking Jordan 4s in a really, really long time. And it's not like an OG colorway. It's not the fire reds that we just reviewed. This is a new colorway that's just amazing. It's way better in hand than I expected to. I knew it was gonna be dope, but this is like next level. So the PSG 4s come in primarily white tumbled leather. It feels surprisingly soft to the touch, better quality than I expected, but I guess it is a $225 Air Jordan 4 at retail, so it is a slightly more premium Jordan 4. You've got this nice nubuck material around the tip of the toe that comes in gray, which is really nice. You've got your maroon accents on the lace eyelets, and then Paname? I have no idea what that means. I'm sorry guys, let me know in the comment section down below what that is. Is that like their... I'm sure it's something to do with the team. On the top of the tongue, you've got more white leather. You've got a black tag with the Jumpman logo in white and the flight text in purple. You've got a black sock liner, and then I guess the fight phrase of PSG, Ici c'est Paris, or maybe that just means this is Paris, I think. I think that's their their slogan, "This is Paris." I could be wrong about that, and then actually you get to one of my favorite details on the shoe, which is the PSG logo, the circular black and white logo right there on the heel tab, which I think looks incredible. You've also got your heel tab in purple, and it seems like it's much more rubbery than I expected. I thought it was gonna be a standard heel tab, but they went for like a weird, like TPU rubber. It's a 75 on the back. That's pretty cool. Don't know what that means. I know nothing about PSG, but it's there. It's kind of a weird, I don't know where the Fire Red 4s went, but it's kind of a weird feeling for an Air Jordan 4 heel tab. Of course, when you get down to the midsole of the shoe, you've got more of that maroon. This maroon is just my favorite part of the shoe by far. You've got some black on the outsole that kind of wraps up onto the midsole. You've got some white, you've got your air bubble. And then on the bottom of the shoe, you've got a primarily black outsole with hits of maroon and hits of white. And probably one of my favorite 4s of the year. I mean, I think it's up there. It could be, you know what's crazy? I probably shouldn't say this because I'm probably going to take it back, but this is one of my favorite sneakers of 2020 in general. And when it first dropped, I was disappointed that I didn't grab it, but I didn't think it was like the end of the world. But now that I have it, I would have been kicking myself if I saw this in person and didn't pick it up. So I'm really stoked to finally have it. It's an awesome pair of sneakers. Shout out to Farfetch for this. I might have to throw these on right now. I might have to do it right after the video. Okay, so this next pair of sneakers is gonna get a lot of people excited. It is a Nike Dunk SB, which I know is really popular right now, and I think a lot of people are really gonna love this shoe. But this is a pair of sneakers that I had when it first released. I did not get my size, I got a size 10. And I ended up selling it because I just couldn't fit it. But it's a shoe that I always wanted again. I always was trying to pick up again, and I just never did it. And then the price kept going up and up and up, and it got to a point where I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna wait. Maybe I'll do a sponsored video and be able to get it then, and that's exactly what happened. And now I have them, and I'm super stoked to wear them. This is the Nike Dunk High PRM SB. You've got the split box. You've got the Tiffany blue on one side and the black on the other side. And then opening up the box, you've got the Tiffany Dunk Highs. Man, these are straight fire. Straight fire. Straight super hot fire. Like I said, this is a shoe that I've wanted for years. This is the Diamond Dunk Highs. You've got the Diamond logo right there on the tongue. This is the second Diamond collab after the very famous Diamond Dunk SB Lows. And it's just a really, really clean looking sneaker. It's basically the same style as the low top version, but it's a high top. The colorway is the same. You've still got the same sort of texture. You've got the metallic silver Nike swoosh. I love this shoe. This shoe is next level. With Dunks being as popular as they are right now, it's no surprise that the price of these has jumped, and it's also no surprise that the price of the low top version has jumped so significantly. And just being able to have one of them is really exciting, and I'm definitely gonna rock this shoe ASAP. This is not a shoe that's gonna sit on ice. This is a shoe I'm rocking as soon as possible. I will say though that the leather is a little stiff, and that's sort of how the leather was back when these released back in what, 2013? Yeah, they were produced in late 2013, and so I'm assuming they were released in early 2014. Actually, that makes sense because I was living in a hotel for like 2 weeks while my apartment got renovated in Philly. I remember these dropped, and I got them on the hotel Wi-Fi on Nike's website. And then also, like in the same span of that 2 weeks, I think the Red Octobers dropped as well. So it's the same like 2 week period. Crazy 2 week period. I didn't get the Red Octobers, obviously, but man, these are straight fire. I know Dunk Lows are the more popular silhouette, but I think I honestly prefer Dunk Highs because they're so much more similar to an Air Jordan 1, and the Dunk in general is already pretty similar to a Jordan 1, but this one in general just, I mean, it looks like a Jordan 1, and it's just a super clean look. I love the color. I love the Tiffany blue or the diamond blue. You've got the silver swoosh that really pops on the side of the shoe. I love the pressed croc skin texture, although it's not real. It still looks really nice on the shoe. It's gonna be an uncomfortable but a very pretty shoe. So obviously I got 3 pairs of sneakers from Farfetch, and this is the third and final, and probably the most, it definitely is the most expensive. I remember what it is now. This is another shoe that I have not seen in person, and that's definitely due to the pandemic and the fact that I haven't been able to go to sneaker stores or really even travel to New York or places that I would usually go. And I've never seen these in person. I have no idea what to expect. It was a shoe that I wasn't totally sure about, and you know, I wanted to grab it. So this is the Farfetch return policy, 14 days to return your item for a refund. Great. I'm probably not gonna return these. I'm probably gonna keep these, so that's great to know that I can, but I'm not going to. So from the top of the box, you can probably already tell what these are. This is a pair of Union Jordans. This is the Union LA Jordan collaboration. And I'm not going to tell you what colorway it is. You can just guess. I don't know if the box is different for the two different colorways. I wouldn't be surprised, but you've got sort of like the cream color on the top with Michael Jordan's hands, the Union logo right there. I really love this box top. That's such a cool look. I think they did a great job with the packaging design. I also love the blue color that they used. It contrasts this cream really nice. So let's pop the top on this guy and see which colorway we got. So here we go. Oh, this paper is sick too. So you've got the top of Michael Jordan's head right here, I guess, looking into the box. So moment of truth, here we go. The Guava Ice Union LA Air Jordan 4s. Now, this shoe is wild to me for a couple different reasons. One, I didn't know if I was gonna like these shoes. And to be honest with you, I still don't know if I love these shoes. The Guava Ice colorway at first was the colorway that I really just didn't want, straight up. But the more that I looked at it, and this is such like a hypebeast thing to say, but it's true. It genuinely is true in this case. In most cases it's true, I think. But the more that I really looked at the shoe, the more that I could see myself wearing this colorway more than the black and blue colorway. And I think that's because that colorway looked a bit more, a bit too playful and like toyish for me. This one is more of like a refined, quieter look. It's still loud, for sure. I don't know, it's not like a color that I have a lot of in my collection. And so that's why I was excited to grab this pair, because I wanted to see it in person, try it on, see how it feels, and just experience the Union Air Jordan 4s. So obviously you've got the Stadium Goods tag right there, so you know it's from Stadium Goods, you know it's legit. Underneath that you've got the Union Jordan tag right there. I actually love the way that logo looks. My favorite shoe, or one of my favorite shoes in my collection right now, or one of my most worn, like hyped up sneakers in my collection, are my Union LA Jordan 1s, both pairs. I wear the Storm Blues all the time. I wore them for my engagement. I think I wore them for my rehearsal dinner. I've worn them for like a bunch of wedding stuff for some reason. And then I've also worn the black toe version a lot. I wore that to Japan and the Philippines last year. I traveled in it a lot, and that's just because they're such a good looking pair of ones. I love both of them. I feel like this collaboration is not as solid as the ones, like in my opinion not even close, but it's still a good collaboration. I still think they knocked it out of the park because they created something that was different and something that genuinely grows on you. The ones were like an instant like, that's fire. This one was definitely more of like a slow burn. And I feel like it's still really tough to create a slow burn shoe, and I think they did it with this. I think the Guava Ice pair in particular is a really, really great looking pair of sneakers. So I'm sure you know by this point, because of the controversy earlier this year, that the tongue on the Union LA Air Jordan 4s can actually be cut and flipped up to be made a regular tongue. And if you don't know what this is, if you look at a standard pair of 4s, you'll notice that the Air Jordan logo is upside down so that you can actually flip the tongue forward outside of your pants, which is something that people used to do a lot of when the shoe first came out. And so Union LA was kind of calling back to that, and they created a tongue that was always kind of stuck in this position because they stitched it down. While I love the callback to the history of the shoe, I don't love the way it looks. So I might actually cut the tongue just because I think it looks so much better with a standard Jordan 4 tongue, and go with it that way. But it is cool that the shoe comes this way and that you have the option to sort of customize the shoe. So on this Guava Ice colorway, you have a lot of this really sort of dusty pink suede kind of running around a lot of the upper of the shoe, and that's definitely my favorite part of the sneaker. I think it's a really nice looking material, and it's surprisingly thick, and it's got a relatively nice grain. Like, this is genuinely a much nicer piece of suede than they usually use on Jordan sneakers, so that's really cool to see. You've got an interesting, very thick mesh right there on the toe, and then you've also got that same mesh underneath the netting, the sort of cream colored netting on the tongue and on the midfoot of the shoe. You've got this sort of hot pinkish red color both around the ankle and on the lace eyelets, as well as this sort of semi-translucent blue, and then this completely filled in area right here, which is not standard for the Jordan 4s, and I don't love it on this shoe. I think I would have preferred it if this area was cut out like a normal pair, but it is what it is. Of course, you've got the Union LA tag kind of hidden behind that little panel right there in bright yellow, and that looks to be only on the lateral sides of the shoe, which I guess makes sense. And then on the heel of the sneaker, you've actually got the Nike Air text right there in that same sort of hot pink color on this blue pull tab, or on this blue heel tab. And it looks like Union LA was actually nice enough to give you a second pair of laces in a yellow color. So if you decide you want to switch from the white laces to a yellow, I'm not going to do that. I feel like that's a little bit too playful. I don't need that. I might do that on my Storm Blue pair, but probably not on this pair. I think I'm just gonna keep this pair relatively stock, other than maybe cutting the tongue. We'll see what happens. And then grounding the design, you've got this sort of light cream or very desaturated yellow color covering up the entire midsole and a lot of the outsole. And then you've got the air unit in the heel and sort of that same sort of reddish color. The outsole comes in red, blue, and white, and then of course more of that. It almost looks like vanilla ice cream, like a really weird sort of like natural vanilla ice cream. But it's a nice look. It's a nice looking sneaker. It's not my favorite shoe in the world. I think they did a good job with this collab. So I'm really excited to rock this shoe and try it out and see how it looks on feet. And I feel like it's one of those shoes that I might not wear every single day, but it's a good accent piece to have in the collection if you ever want to whip out like a nice like pink or sort of summery look. Ooh, this is actually a really tough choice. I think I might actually prefer the PSGs to the Union LAs. This colorway is just more wearable for me. Actually, you know what? If we're comparing the shoes, my favorite is the Tiffany Dunks. The Tiffany Dunks and then the PSG 4s, and then I guess the Union LA 4s are in a last place. It's a close last, it's contested last, but I think they're in last. I think the most expensive shoe in the box is my least favorite pair, which is kind of crazy. I just forgot how much I love the Tiffany Dunk highs. They're such a good looking shoe. But that pretty much wraps up the video for today. Now I would love to know your thoughts on all of the sneakers that we unboxed in today's video, so make sure to let me know in the comment section down below. Also, once again, huge thank you to Farfetch for sponsoring today's video. Make sure to check out Farfetch for yourself by clicking the links in the description below, and make sure to use my code SETH10FF for 10% off your first purchase. But as always, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't yet, and I'll see you all in the next one.